December 20th, 1968. In Vallejo, California, a driver driving along Lake Herman Road stumbled upon a horrifying scene. Two teenagers, David Faraday, a popular student in his high school, and his date, Betty Lau Jensen, were found dead. They were parked on Lake Herman Road in Benicia, where a car approached and stopped next to them. The driver in the car instructed them to get out, and as they did, David was shot next to the car, and as Betty was trying to escape the scene, she was shot 5 times in the back, about 40 feet away from the boy. This tragic event marked the beginning of a series of brutal murders in Northern California, carried out by an unknown killer who goes by the name of the Zodiac. July 4th, 1969, another couple, Darlene Ferrin and Mitchell McGow, faced similar circumstances. They were parked in Blue Rock Springs Park, which was only 4 miles away from the previous murder. A car, which seemed normal at first, pulled up beside them. The driver of the car got out and fired multiple shots into the victim's car. Darlene was killed, but Mitchell survived and provided a description of the man who committed this assault. Shortly after he murdered Darlene, the killer contacted the police from a nearby phone booth, confirming that he was indeed the killer of the 2 murders he had done. He said, "I want to report a murder. If you go 1 mile east on Columbus Parkway, you will find kids in a brown car. They were shot with a 9mm Lunger. I also killed those kids last year. Goodbye."
Well, we have reason to believe that he's a maniac. However, he is a cunning man. He knows just exactly what moves he's going to make. It appears to us that he is killing just for the thrill of killing.
About 1 month later, on August 1st, 1969, the San Francisco Chronicle, the San Francisco Examiner, and the Vallejo Times-Herald received identical letters from a mysterious sender, which was later found to be the Zodiac Killer. These letters demanded publication on the front page, threatening further violence if his demands were not met. The letters contained a cipher which promised to reveal his identity. 8 days after the letter were published to the news, a high school teacher, Donald Hardin, and his wife Betty solved the first cipher. It read, "I like killing people because it is so much fun. It is more fun than killing wild game in the forest because man is the most dangerous of all." This instilled fear upon many, as they were afraid of being among the ones who were to be next. Although this revealed his twisted motives, it did not reveal his name nor anything related to his identity. On September 27, 1969, Brian Hartnell and Cecilia Shepard were relaxing at Lake Berryessa when they saw a man wearing an executor's hood in the distance. The man approached them, tied them up, and then viciously stabbed them multiple times. After the attack, he marked their car door with a symbol and the date of the crime and left. Despite Brian's severe injuries, he survived and was able to provide a description of the attacker to the police.
I considered him a robber. I had absolutely no thought that he was anything but that. I don't think that he was acting under his total complete consciousness.
Unfortunately, Cecilia did not survive the attack. This act of violence left the community in fear, with people feeling terrified and heartbroken. The Zodiac Killer himself called the police to report the crime, ensuring his actions would be known by the whole world. The Zodiac Killer's final confirmed murder happened on October 11th, 1969. Paul Stein, a cab driver, picked up a fare in San Francisco. The passenger that got on happened to be the Zodiac Killer, and he shot Paul and took a piece of his shirt as proof. Some witnesses saw the suspect leave the scene, and the Zodiac Killer later sent a cryptic letter to the San Francisco Chronicle, which included the piece of Paul Stein's shirt, proving he was indeed the killer. Throughout his series of murders, the Zodiac taunted the police and the public with letters and ciphers, claiming to have killed as many as 37 people, though only 5 murders have been directly linked to him.
I really don't feel I am. I think that the Zodiac is just making an idle threat, frankly. He has bragged of killing up to possibly 14 people, but there's absolutely no evidence that he's killed more than 5. I put no credence in this. I think he just wanted to get himself a little publicity.
These letters became increasingly cryptic and bizarre, adding to the mystery around his identity. Despite numerous suspects, including Arthur Lane Allen, Rick Marshall, and Lawrence Kane, the police could never gather enough concrete evidence to make an arrest. The Zodiac Killer's murders may have ended, but his story still continues. As long as his ciphers remain unsolved and his identity unknown, the mystery of the Zodiac will continue to haunt and fascinate. Thank you for watching.